Greetings, this is Bonnie Duncan. I'm back with my testimony now concerning my beautiful forever daughter. We've had her 10 years exactly this month. She is a wonderful, beautiful, whole, complete person unto herself. But she, in our society and with our labels, is under the label of high-functioning autism. Autism, to me, is simply autism. And artistic is my daughter. She is a gift. Well, in that gift, I have noticed that she is much more focused since she's been on Laminine. She has, her interests are perked, and she wants to stay with the interest. Swimming, for instance, is one of her passions. Just since she's been on Laminine, she has been able to increase her upper body strength. She is increasing her speed, and she now can do the butterfly. She never could do the butterfly or the breaststroke, and both of those she is now able to accomplish. We have done nothing different besides the Laminine. I notice also she is quicker in her responses, and she wants to have real conversations, not about beautiful imaginary characters that she loves or scripting that she has seen from other movies or TV programs, but she wants to be here in the now, and she wants to have real conversations with real people. Yes, she still gets distracted, but she comes back to center so much better. I homeschool Suzie on an online school, and she's responding really well to it, and even more so since she's been on Laminine. Just the other day, I heard her say, "Mom, I just love learning." That was music to my ears. I have never heard my daughter say that. It was always before, let's get this done so I can go have my free time. She's asking questions more, and she's listening better. So when she's listening better, of course, things are being retained better. And this is wonderful. I am finding I don't have to repeat my directions as often, or I don't have to ask her as many questions, because before I even get it out of my mouth, she's already either answered it, or she's right on it, or she'll say, "Mom, I know what I need to do. You don't need to remind me." This is music again to my ears. Suzie has a little bit of dyslexia. I've also noticed that since she's been on the Laminine, she's not doing the reversals as much. Really simple reversals, not so much with her schoolwork, but we've seen it more with bodily actions. Like, she knows the difference between right and left, but if I would say, "Hand me your right hand," she would hand me her left. Those reversals are dissipating away, and she is so much more precise, and she is so happy about it. Another thing in the language we've noticed with children that have autism, pronouns, it's really, really easy for them to get those mixed up. And just the other day, she said, "Mom, I'm using my pronoun I better and more often, aren't I?" I've never heard my daughter ever say anything like that. She also is quite a talented musician as well as an artist, and her music teacher has just noticed, since we've been on Laminine, that Suzie is like the typical teenage student. She's 13 and a half now, and he said, and he's been her music teacher for 2 years, and he said, "I cannot believe she is the same student that I had at the beginning of September." And here it is mid-November. Her diction is improving. Suzie has a tendency to slur her words. Now, she consciously makes the effort to enunciate and use better diction. She's slowing down in her words. It used to be very fast, and it was a lot of times, to the untrained ear, inaudible. We couldn't understand it. I could usually, because Mom knows, but now everybody can hear her words and understand her better. I've noticed that Susie's eyes are brighter, and when she looks at me, she's totally in her body. Sure, she still goes off into her imaginary rabbit hole, but now the beautiful thing is it's easier to bring her back. Just soft reminders, and she's back on track. It used to be traumatic. Drama queen would come out all over the place, and she would fight it because it's a really nice place to be, and she didn't want to leave it. But now I just, with a gentle reminder, first things first, Susie, and she'll go, oh, you're right, Mom, I'll think about that later. Her sleep is improving. She's been a good sleeper, but her mind wouldn't turn off. So I used to give her some melatonin. I don't give her any melatonin anymore, and she's sleeping really, really soundly, and in fact, more relaxed. She wakes up more relaxed, more rested, and in a happier mood instead of, being a grump like a lot of times she would wake up, for whatever reason. The maturation that I mentioned, we're really seeing, and she's owning herself. This is huge for a child with the label of autism to own themselves. And she's so much quicker to know when, ooh, I've stepped over the line. Please accept my apology, Mom. She doesn't stretch the limits so much. She comes right back into center much better. Her skin also, she had a few pimples that kind of popped out at first, more than a few, and now her skin is just becoming really clear and clean. And for a teenager, let me tell you, for the self-concept, this is a big plus. Suzie has a lot of anxieties, and those are decreasing. She also is able to do her own self-talk and her self-assurance much better than she used to. She has more confidence, and she isn't letting that old fear, false evidence appearing real, to come and haunt her like she used to. This is like, tears of joy for Mom and Dad. She doesn't get stuck so much, and she's, as I mentioned, she's quicker to recover. And this, again, is just a beautiful thing. People are noticing, besides her music teacher, that she has just matured and grown and become. And she is now at 13 and a half in our church choir and singing up there with everyone else, as proud as could be. So thank you for tuning in to my testimony about my daughter Suzie. Namaste.